Hey coin lovers! Welcome back to Old Charles, the channel where old coins tell valuable stories. Today, we're diving into the history, details, and value of the Canada 1 cent coin from 1996. Is this common copper penny hiding a rare treasure? Let's find out. The Canadian 1 cent coin, also known as the penny, has a long-standing history. The 1996 penny was minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and it was part of the small cent series introduced in 1982. In 1996, the Royal Canadian Mint produced both zinc and copper-plated zinc versions. This was during a transitional time in Canadian coinage, where cost-cutting measures led to a shift from bronze to cheaper materials. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pedery Hunt, while the reverse shows the classic maple leaf twig, designed by G.E. Kruger Gray, a symbol of Canadian pride and unity. Now let's talk numbers. In 1996, over 673 million 1 cent coins were struck by the Royal Canadian Mint. These coins were minted at both the Ottawa Mint and the Winnipeg Mint, but there's no mint mark, so you can't tell them apart by location. Composition-wise, you can find two versions: bronze, 98% copper, ***, older stock from early 1996. Copper-plated zinc ***, lighter and cheaper to produce. If you have a coin scale at home, try weighing it. The bronze coin weighs around 2.5 grams, while the zinc version weighs about 2.35 grams. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is king. Grading ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 65 or higher. Most circulated 1996 pennies will show scratches, dull color-worn design details, but if you find a coin that still has bright red luster, sharp details, no signs of wear, then you might have a mint state coin on your hands. Coins in MS 63 to MS 65 *** condition can fetch higher prices with collectors. Are there rare 1996 Canada 1 cent coins? Not many, but here's what to watch for. Off-center strikes, double dies ***, or other mint errors can make your penny more valuable. Look closely with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Any error could mean serious money. Also, the bronze version is generally more desirable than the copper-plated zinc type. So what's this coin actually worth in circulated condition? Your 1996 Canadian penny is generally worth 1 cent ***, its face value. But in uncirculated or mint condition, collectors might pay 0.20 to $1.00 CAD *** 4 nice MS examples, and $2.00 to $5.00 plus CAD for MS 65. Certified coins, error coins, or pristine bronze versions might fetch up to $10 or more, depending on demand. Did you know Canada stopped producing 1 cent coins in 2012 because they cost more to make than they were worth? Now, the 1996 penny is part of Canadian coin history. So, is your 1996 Canada 1 cent coin a collector's dream or just a lucky piece of copper? Let's take a closer look at the history behind the 1996 Canadian 1 cent coin, also known simply as the penny. This little copper coin has a big story in Canadian currency. The Canadian 1 cent coin was first introduced in 1858 under Queen Victoria, and over time, it saw many changes in design, size, and composition. By 1996, the penny had already become a symbol of national identity and daily commerce, even though its purchasing power had diminished. In 1996, the Royal Canadian Mint was transitioning away from the traditional bronze alloy, which was mostly copper, and toward a cheaper, lighter copper-plated zinc composition. This change was part of a long-term effort to cut production costs as inflation made small denominations less useful in everyday transactions. The obverse of the coin, the front side, features the third effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pedery Hunt. This portrait had been in use since 1990 and showed the Queen without a crown, reflecting a more modern image. On a reverse, we see the iconic maple leaf twig, designed by George Edward Kruger Gray. This design had been in use since 1937 and became a beloved and instantly recognizable symbol of Canadian pride. Though hundreds of millions of these coins were minted in 1996, collectors still seek out versions in pristine condition or with rare minting errors. And while this coin was still common at the time, it was part of the final decades of the Canadian penny's existence. In fact, the Canadian government announced in 2012 that it would discontinue the penny altogether, making coins like the 1996 cent a part of numismatic history when it comes to coin collecting. Condition is everything. The 1996 Canadian 1 cent coin may be common, but its value can change dramatically depending on how well it has been preserved over time. Let's break down the condition levels collectors look for. You don't need to be a professional grader to spot a high-quality coin. Here's what you can do: use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check for full details in the maple leaf veins and the Queen's hair. Look at the coin's luster. Does it shine like new? Avoid coins with fingerprints, spots, or corrosion. If your coin looks promising, you can have it graded by a third-party service like PCGS or ICCS. A certified MS-65 Plus 1996 penny can fetch a few dollars or more, especially among collectors looking for high-grade sets. Even a common penny like the 1996 cent can become a hidden treasure if it's in the right condition. Today, we're diving deep into a small but historic piece of Canadian currency, the 1996 Canada 1 cent coin. Is it just pocket change, or could it be worth more than you think? Stay tuned to find out. The Canadian 1 cent coin, often called the penny, has a long and proud history. It was first introduced in 1858, and for generations, it's been a familiar sight in people's change. But by the 1990s, rising production costs and low purchasing power made the penny less useful. The 1996 Canada 1 cent coin came near the end of the penny's era. It would only be minted for another 16 years before being discontinued in 2012. Let's take a closer look at the design. Obverse, front. You'll see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Pedery Hunt. This effigy was used on Canadian coins from 1990 to 2003. Reverse, back, asterisk asterisk. The classic maple leaf twig, created by G.E. Kruger Gray, has been featured on the penny since 1937. It symbolizes Canadian heritage and pride. The coin is made of 98% copper, 0.5% tin, and 1.5% zinc, giving it that rich reddish tone. In 1996, the Royal Canadian Mint produced a massive 355,900,000 of these coins. That's right, over 355 million pennies hit circulation that year. However, here's a twist: there are two types of the 1996 penny: one with the maple leaf logo under the date, made at the Winnipeg Mint; two without the logo, believed to be a rare version possibly struck at the Ottawa facility, and much harder to find. If you have one without the small maple leaf near the date, it might be more desirable to collectors. So what's the real value of the 1996 Canada 1 cent coin today? For most circulated examples, face value asterisk asterisk, still 1 cent, but not accepted in stores anymore. Collector value asterisk asterisk, usually around $0.05 to $0.20 in average circulated condition. But if your coin is in uncirculated condition, shiny, no wear, graded by a service like ICCS PCGS, or a rare error coin or variety, then the value can jump up to $1 to $10 CAD, or even more depending on demand. Here's how you can check if your 1996 penny is valuable. 1. Check for errors. Look for off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. 2. Look at the mint mark. If there's no maple leaf below the date, you might have a rarer version. 3. Inspect the condition. The less wear, the better. Sharp edges and no scratches increase value. 4. Compare weights. A normal 1996 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If it weighs differently, it might be an error or special variety. While the 1996 penny isn't extremely rare, it's a great addition to any Canadian coin collection. And because the penny was discontinued in 2012, more collectors are trying to complete full sets from earlier years, including 1996. So there you have it, the story and value of the 1996 Canada 1 cent coin. Check your coin jar, old drawers, or piggy banks. You might just have a piece of Canadian history worth more than a penny. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with friends, and comment below. Do you have a 1996 penny? Don't forget to subscribe to Old Charles for more awesome coin videos every week.